Well, we're ready for the men's action. The Chowan ladies took care of business in overtime, 71-68. Can the guys do the same and keep their chances alive to play in the tournament? As they take on Lees McRae, a team they beat back on January 18th up in Banner Elk, 87-75. Chowan comes in at 9-15, 6-12 in league play after the win at Southern Wesleyan on Wednesday night. Lees McRae, who defeated North Greenwood to break a three-game losing streak, 100-91, comes in at 17-9 and 10-8. We had a chance a few moments ago to catch up with Coach Brett Fenson, get his thoughts on today's game.
Chowan gets Lees McRae here at home this afternoon as I visit here with Coach Brett Vinson, the team fresh off a win down at Southern Wesleyan. Coach, you've been known for your shooting prowess over the years when you played. Played on a team that shot 71.4% in the game.
I don't believe so, Gad. That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. Good time to coach one. However, I think it was Seth Greenberg say this week, it's a lot easier when the ball is going in the basket. Even though you shot 71.4%, Southern Wesleyan shot 56.3%, so it wasn't easy at all.
No, it wasn't easy. They had a whiteout type environment. All the kids wore white T-shirts and things. Really difficult environment in a small gym. And thank goodness we did shoot 70%. We got fortunate there at the end. We're up 3, and they made a turnover, and we were able to hold on and win.
Boy, Jalen Dillard had a Brett Vinson kind of performance. So, Coach, 38 points. He doesn't miss from the floor.
Yeah, I never had 38 in a college game, and he really shot the ball well. And, our guys did a good job finding him and setting some good solid screens and getting him open. And but a couple of those he made on his own. He had a good night, obviously.
More importantly, Coach, it keeps your chances of getting the tournament alive, and it's right in front of you here. You got 2 games at home, starting with Lees McRae today, Limestone on Tuesday. So the opportunity is still there.
Yeah, it is. We've got to win 2 games, and we need a little help from some other people. But it's tonight we've got a challenge. We've beat them at 3rd place. I think they've at the time we beat them had only lost 1 at home. I think maybe Mount Olive had beat them over there the other night, so they've got 2 losses, or I think 17-9 we talked about. They have shooters across the board. They've got a good team. They've got a lot of veterans back, and we'll have to play well.
Coach, you're talking about shooting a team. That backcourt of Quay Kimball and Camille Williams has 137 three-pointers between them. Are they maybe the best three-point shooting team in this league?
Probably, yes. As a whole, yeah. I don't know. There's several good shooters in the league, but as a group, they probably have the best collection of shooters in the Conference Carolinas.
Also, they got Jason Sanchez here, a 6'4" guy who can go inside and outside. He leads the league in field goal shooting at 60%. He's a guy that's kind of dangerous. You got to keep your eye on him where he's at all times.
Yeah, he played pretty good against us over there. He's a strong guy, and he gets to his spot, so to speak, around the basket. And he's got a pretty good touch, and he's an older kid, so he's got experience.
You and I have talked about it all season long, but this is a guard-oriented league. Lees McRae may be the best snapshot of that when you look at this team.
Yeah, they are. They play 4 guards most of the time. They all shoot the ball. They all drive the ball. They play real loose, and what I mean by that is they miss a shot or 2. They don't worry about it. They just keep playing. And hopefully we can play that way tonight, and we're going to have to shoot the ball well again.
Back when you played Lees McRae back on January 18th, BJ had 25 points, 17 boards. Will you run your offense primarily through him tonight due to that success earlier?
Well, we really don't try and change the way we run our offense, Gaddis. We have different options out of it where if teams guard something one way, or hopefully our guys are able to read it. We'd like to play through BJ. We'd like for him to have another game like that.
Coach, about time to get it on. Have a good one.
Okay, thanks, guys.
And as Coach Brett Vinson, his team getting ready to go up against Lees McRae, and which should be a dandy of a game. Like I said, Lees McRae comes in at 17-9, but 10-8 in league play, and of course Chowan on the season 9-15 and 6-12. Of course, one of those conference wins coming over Lees McRae back on January 18th up at Banner Elk. So we'll see if Chowan can get it done here today. We talked about Chowan still having a chance to get in the conference tournament. And here's what has to happen. Chowan's got to win their final 2 games and get a little bit of help from Mount Olive and King. North Greenville is 1 game ahead of Chowan, but if North Greenville and Chowan tie, that will give North Greenville the nod because they beat Chowan twice. But North Greenville's at Mount Olive today, then they host King on Tuesday night to end the season. Chowan's got to win this game today against Lees McRae and then beat Limestone coming up here on Tuesday night. So some work for Chowan And you can just do what you can do, and hopefully Man Olive and King can help you. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today. First for Lee's McRae. At one guard, Quay Kimball, a 5'10 junior from out of Shelby, North Carolina, leading scorer on his team. Also leads the team in assists. Second in the league in three-pointers made behind 91 of Jordan Floyd. For Kimball, 72 three-pointers made, and he leads the league in steals as well with 57. His backcourt mate is Jarek Hayes, a 6-foot senior from Shelby to transfer from Garner-Webb, averaging 13.3 a game. Then you throw the other guard in that three-guard rotation. Camille Williams, a 6'2 senior, 15.3 a game. He's made 65 threes on the year, which is fifth best in the league. Andrew Gardner, a 6'8 sophomore from Myrtle Beach, averaging 12 point a game, leads the team in rebounding. 5.4 starts in one forward spot. The other forward is 6-foot sophomore from Richmond, Virginia, Keith Shelton. Steve Harden's in his 8th year on the bench. He's 128 this season, or doing his career there. He's kind of like Coach Brett Vincent. His dad was a high school coach out in Tennessee. His dad, Tony, won over 500 games in his 30 years. 520 games to be exact. Kind of a same kind of taste on the coaching standpoint, because Coach Brett Vincent's dad was a kind of elite high school coach as well up in West Virginia. Chowan will start with their three-guard offense as well. Khalil Ridges, 6-foot freshman, 14 points a game. Also Jalen Dillard and Jamal Thomas in the backcourt. Michael Kelly and B.J. McLaren take care of things on the inside. And the tip's going to be controlled by Chowan. It's going to be Jamal Thomas with the basketballs. He'll work on the left wing. Jamal had 10 points that these two teams played early in January. Matter of fact, just about 5 weeks ago today. Here's Thomas at the high post. It comes to Kelly. Kelly trying to go inside. He'll loop it up over the defender. Garner won't go. Tipped around, and Lees McRae is going to come out of it with it. Taking care of the basketball. It's going to be Garner. On the far side comes to Kimball. He'll try to penetrate. Back out front. Here's a three-pointer. It's on its way, and well off the mark here by Camille Williams. Rebounded by B.J. McLaren on the far side. McLaren had 25 points, 17 boards when these two teams played earlier. They had 25 points for the second best of the year from McLaren. Here's a jump and miss by Dillard out on the left after Dillard made 11 in a row down at Southern Wesleyan. Had 38 points, going 11-11 from the field. Here's Lees McRae to whip it back out front. Garner will step out and fire the three, and it's no good, and rebounded by Dillard. Dillard trying to beat Kimball back the other way with it, and his layup is no good, and they get Kimball for the personal. So Kimball trying to catch up. Is going to pick up the personal. It's going to be his first. And we'll get a couple of free throws coming here from Jalen Dillard. So Quay Kimball, the 5'10 junior, picks up the personal for Lees McRae. And here's Dillard at the line, and free throw is no good. So Jalen, who was perfect from the field and from the free throw line, back on Wednesday, misses the free throw and almost missed the second. Hung on the rim and fell in. So Chowan's got an early 1-0 lead here at Chowan. Bobcats cleared in kind of a gray type uniform with dark gold and trimmed in gold numerals. Makes it kind of hard to see. Here's Kimball on the loose ball. Gets by Thomas. Runner in the lane is no good. Rebounded by McLaren. McLaren gets it off to Thomas. Thomas getting pressured in the backcourt by Jarek Hayes. The transfer from Garner-Webb here for Lees McRae. Here's Thomas with it on the left wing. Back to McLaren. He's well out away from the basket. Over in the corner to Ridges. He'll arch up a three ball. It's no good. Long rebound off to Thomas for the Hawks. Fresh 20 seconds for the Hawks. Here's Dillard going baseline. Cut off nicely by Garner on the left side. Now Thomas gets it over to Dillard. He'll spot up for the three. No good. They go to the rack. McLaren's got another Chowan rebound. And he's trying to work out of traffic with it and gets fouled. Reaching foul is going to come on Jarek Hayes. It's going to be his first and the team's second. Chowan doing a good job of rebounding the basketball because neither team can find the bottom of the bucket in these first 2 minutes. Jalen Dillard's free throw is the only point in this game thus far. Chowan is 6-6 at home this year. McLaren's jumping no good. Rebounded by Kelly. He'll put it back up and in. Michael Kelly with the offensive glass, and his bucket's giving Chowan a 3-0 lead here at home. Here's Kimball caught in the double team in the backcourt. He'll get it front court to Garner. Garner working in inside. He'll fake up a defender. That's going to be Keith Shelton. He can't knock down the reverse layup, and McLaurin's there to snatch it off the glass for Chowan. Here's Kelly at the high post. Flips it over to Ridges in the corner. He'll go inside. Reverse layup is good. No good. It came out on Ridges. Thought it was going in, but it bounced out. Rebound off to Gardner. He'll kick it front court. Here's Williams working out on the left wing. Williams takes Thomas inside, and he leaned in and pushed off on Thomas and drew the foul. Camille Thomas with his first foul, the third team foul for the visiting Bobcats in the early going here. 17-12 to go in the first half. Chowan leading here at home 3-0. Some three-quarter courts pressure here by Lees McRae, but Chowan breaks it nicely over to Dillon out on the left. Back out front between the rings works Thomas. As Brett Vinson directing traffic right in front of the Chowan bench. Looking for his 104th win here today as the head coach at Chowan. Here's Thomas's pass almost intercepted and is stolen away by Kimball. Kimball trying to go front court, and Ridges had a pocket pick and lost it out of bounds. Chowan comes in 5th in the league and turnovers at 14 a game. Lees McRae is 10th on the list at 16.1. Inbounds comes on the near side to Garner from Williams. Here's Garner going inside on Kelly and forced his way inside and scored. Andrew Gardner, 6'8" sophomore from out of Myrtle Beach, scores the first field goal of the day here for the visiting Bobcats. Chowan leads this series 3-0. This is just the second time that Lees McRae has played on the Helm Center floor on the men's team. Here's a steal by Williams for Lees McRae. He'll whip it front court to Kimball in the corner. Ridges closes on him quickly. By that comes to Hayes. Hayes for three straight on, no good. Long rebound comes off to Shelton. He can't convert on the left-handed layup. Dillon's down to claim it for Chowan on the opposite side of the basket. They had Thomas who will maneuver front court. Chowan off a 92-89 win on the road at Southern Wesleyan on Wednesday night to keep their tournament hopes alive. Thomas, top of the key, right wing to BJ. BJ with three on the right and it's good. BJ McLaurin, it's just his 8th three-pointer made this season in 23 attempts. Harvey back the other way, hands it away to Shelton, who'll lay it up and in. McLaurin got caught in between on a 2-on-1, and Shelton and Garner got the two big guys that got the two buckets here in the early going for Lees McRae. As we inside of 16 minutes to go in the first half, this is 6-4 Chowan Lee playing at home. Trying to win for the 7th time here at home this season. Kelly maneuvers inside, layup, rolls out. Boy, Kelly had a point-blank look at it, did everything but go to the bottom of the twine for the New York senior. This is Williams going inside against Thomas, and he scores and draws a foul from Jamal Thomas. So an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity coming for Jamal Williams. And that'll get us to the media timeout prior to the Williams free throw. 6 apiece, 15-10 left to go in this first half of our men's action. We're back to bring you more after this first media timeout. You're listening, watching Chowan and Lees McRae on GoCuHawks.com.
Every day I wake and everything is broken. Turning off my phone just to get out of bed. Get home every evening and history's repeating. Turning off my phone cause it's hurting my chest. Hey, and heaven knows I'm not helpless. Yeah, but what can I do? I can't sit and hope, I can't just sit and pray that I can find the love when all I see is pain. Falling to my knees, and though I do believe, I can't just breathe, baby, breathe. I can't just breathe, baby.
Back to action here at Chowan where the Hogs entertain Lees McRae today. And then next to the last game of the regular season, Jamal Williams just completed the old-fashioned three-point play, and he has given Lees McRae their first lead of the afternoon at 7-6. Chowan working against pressure, gets it front court. Here's Kelly in the middle of the press, mounts it away to Dillon on the left wing. Back out to Thomas. Both of these teams shoot really good. Here's McLaren along the baseline. Jumper from 15 feet is good. BJ out of the gate with 5 quick points. Remember, he had 25 and 17 up at Lees McRae back in January. As Coach Harden gets a couple of his Bobcats to the scorer's table, they'll get into the next dead ball situation. Here's Garner going inside, wheeling around Dillon. He lays it up and in. Andrew Garner's not only big, but he is long. He had only 8 when these two teams collided in January. It's a steal by Kimball off to Williams. Williams goes in against Thomas, lays it up and in. Chowan's turned it over 3 times already in this one, and it's an 11-8 lead now for the visitors from the western part of North Carolina up at Banner Elk. These two teams are former junior college opponents. Played in that Coastal Conference in football, and here's a travel inside called on Michael Kelly. Turner was starting to get in the way of Chowan a little bit. Here's 3 substitutions now for Coach Harden as he'll insert into the lineup Sidney Dollar, the freshman from out of Denver, North Carolina. Also coming in the lineup for the first time is going to be Timian Jones, a 5'9 freshman from Richmond, Virginia. Also, we got another substitution in the lineup, and I'll catch his number here momentarily. Here's Garner with an on the left. Garner trying to penetrate inside on Kelly. Forced it up one-handed. Wouldn't go. Got his own rebound. Up over Kelly again. Missed again. McLaren will step in between 2 defenders and bring down the rebound. Anthony Hicks is the other substitution here for Coach Harden and Lees McRae. Thomas to McLaren at top of the key. Chowan trailing 11-8, 13-36 to go in this first half. Here's Dillon out on the right, trying to maneuver from a pick from Kelly. Got his pocket picked from behind by Gardner. 5 first half turnovers now for the Hawks. Here's Kimball quickly back the other way. Pulls up a 3 and nails it. Kimball with the jumper from out on the left. Like I said, he's second in the league in 3-pointers made with 73. Only Jordan Floyd with 91. Has more than him, and quickly Brent Vincent's called a timeout. Game starting to get away from his Hawks a little bit. They trail 14-8 with 13:21 posed on that scoreboard. Other games going on today. North Green was at Mount Olive. Big game here for as far as implications of the 8th spot are concerned. Chowan loss here today, and the North Greenville win will wrap it up for North Greenville. North Greenville also, the Chowan win here today will have these two teams tied for the 8th spot. And depending on the outcome of Tuesday night's games, Barton's hosting Southern Wesleyan today. And what could be a battle for 4th place in the league. Southern Wesleyan 11-7, Barton is 11-8. King is at Limestone at 4 o'clock today. King has pretty much clinched the top spot. A win will give it to them outright today. They've clinched a tie. Emmanuel's at 13-6, King at 14-4. Kelly in the lane, running no good. B.J. McLaren's had to clean it up, put it back in. McLaren now with 7 points already to go with his 5 boards. Kimball quickly running front court, pulls up the dribble, gets it to Garner, top of the key. Kelly comes out on him. Garner goes inside. He traveled with it, says the official. That's the first turnover for the Bobcats in this first half. Going to give Chowan a chance to get into this 4-point deficit. Crowd has picked up quite a bit here in this second half by doubleheader. Here's Ridges getting in front court to Dillard. Where Khalil almost got caught in the dead man's land. He was up in the air for a moment, didn't have anybody to throw it to, and spotted Dillon on the far side of the floor. McLaren top of the key to Ridges on the left. He'll spot up for the 3. High arching 3 is no good. Garner all alone underneath, high for the rebound for the Bobcats. Young Lane played at Socastee High School down at Myrtle Beach. Here's Kimball backing it back out. He'll call Hicks to him. Hicks inside, left-handed layup, no good, but the reason he missed it, call Khalil Ridge has gotten it a little bit late and fouled him. That becomes Chowan's first foul.
Foul's been charged to Khalil Ridges.
For Ridges, correction, that's the second team foul.
Anthony Hicks.
The other foul belongs to Jamal Thomas. So here's Hicks at the line, weighs a 56% free throw shooting, and the rim's out on him. The freshman from sophomore from out of Winston-Salem's North Forsyth High School has a second one coming. Here's Tonke Williams in the lineup for the first time. Also getting in the lineup for the Hawks, Isaiah Lewis. As B.J. McLaren and Jamal Thomas will take a breather here. As Camille Williams back in the lineup for Lee's McRae. Lewis on the rebound and the second missed shot as well here by Hicks. Lewis trying to get it front court. The freshman out of Raleigh's Millbrook High School, averaging 3.8 a game. Lewis didn't score in the first outing between the two. Here's Ridges out front to Lewis with 9 to shoot. 8 minutes have expired in his first half. Ridges out on the left wing. Inside it goes to Kelly on a nice high-low pass from Tonke Williams, and Kelly will bank it off the glass and score. Pulls the Hawks within 2 at 14-12. And back out front works Kimball, who'll pull up the 3 ball. No good. Correction, that is not Kimball. That is Timian Jones. And we got a foul underneath. It's whistled on Anthony Hicks on the push-off underneath. And that'll get us to the second media timeout. 14-12, leaving McRae with the lead. 11:42 to go in this first half. Back for more after this short timeout.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. She'll make you curse, but she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt within a second. You'll be coming back for seconds with your play. You just can't help it. You'll play along, let her lead you on. You'll be saying no, then saying yes, cause you're messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, my mind. Avocado gun kinda crazy, she's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away. Yeah, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. See, someone said
Both teams not really scorching the net here in this first half. Hawks 5 of 14 for 35.7%. So they're about halfway to where they shot for the game the other night down at Southern Western when they shot 71.4% for the entire game. Lee's McRae much better at 6 of 15 for 40%. Here's Ridges with it against the press over to Tonke Williams. He'll dial up the 3 ball. Bingo for Tonke Williams. Tonke Williams dials it up from long distance in the far corner. Chowan's back in front now, 15-14 with a 6-0 run. Here's Timian Jones inside on Dillard. Layups up and good. Timian Jones, the freshman who's from Fork Union High School, out of Richmond, Virginia. Here's Lewis inside, trying to get it to Williams in the corner. Stolen away by Timian Jones. Back on a 3-on-1 break. Camille Williams with 3 out on the left. It's good. You heard Coach Brett Vincent say in the pregame this team could shoot the 3, and it's evident in their stats. They lead the conference in team 3-point shooting at 40.9 a game. Here's a turnover by Dillard. Had it stolen away off to Williams. He'll lay it up and in. 10 there for Williams on the steal and the layup back the other way. 7 turnovers now by the Hawks. Nice steal that time by Sidney Dollar, the freshman. In the corner works Michael Kelly, that is. Back out to Lewis. Chowan down 6. Here's Tonke Williams, another 3, and it's good. Tonke's dialed it up long distance, back-to-back trips down the floor. And the Hawks within 3 now at 21-18. Jones will hand it away out front to Anthony Hicks. Hicks on the far side to Williams. Williams back out front to Jones. Jones left of the lane. Back out to a wide open Dollar, and his jumper won't go. And the rebound underneath, put back up and blocked away. Tonke Williams out of the hands of Mikael Harris. Harris at 6'10" down inside. Good job by Tonke Williams on the block. Here's Dillard out on the right wing, just inside of 10 minutes to go in the half. Here's Dillard, Kelly along the baseline, as Camille Williams is going to pick Kelly's pocket. Kelly fouls, trying to get it back.
Hawk fouls been charged to Mike Kelly.
For Mike, his first, team third. And Kelly will take a little breather here as McLaren will get back in the Chowan lineup that currently features Lewis, Dillard, Williams, Ridges, and McLaren. As Timian Jones is joined in by Cameron Dollar And Camille Williams, who's had a big first half, misses a jumper here. Dollar's got the rebound, leaned in, forced his way in, couldn't get it to go, and Dollar might have get hit in the face. Here's Isaiah Lewis streaking down the front court. His layup is good. What a move by Isaiah Lewis as Dollar's hurt down at the other end. Oh, what a move and a length of the court coast to coast by Isaiah Lewis. You're talking about somebody turning on the Jets? My goodness, did Lewis make his way back the other way. Let's hope Sidney Dollar's all right here. He had a brother, Cameron, that played at East Lincoln High School as well. Played with the Surratt brothers. And Dollar looks like he's going to be all right. The train out to attend to him for North Green will look like he might get a hit right above that right eye. As they do a little house cleaning underneath the bucket where he fell. Both teams at their respective benches due to the injury timeout. And the officials say, all right, guys, let's play. And here we are back to action with 9:18 to go in this first half. Chowan trailing by a single digit, 21-20 against a very good shooting team here from Lees McRae. Jones gets the near side to Williams, who has never shot a shooter three, misses here. Harris has got the putback as he got just inside of McLaren for the putback. So Michael Harris has got 4. He did not play against when these two teams played earlier or did not score. Here's Lewis trying to go inside on Harris. Thought better of it. Got back out to McLaren. Back to Lewis in the corner. Lewis dribbles away from pressure. Gets it to Dillard on the near side. Dillard's got it to Tonke Williams. Williams will take the defender inside. Lost the basketball. London, England with a good defensive play against the Hawks. Here's Timmy and Jones inside. No good. Harris is there to clean it up again. Chowan getting burned again on a turnover. Chowan's got 8 first half turnovers here. They come in averaging 14 a game. Here's Lewis with it out on the left, 25-20 lead. Lees McRae, 8:20 to go in the first half. Pretty fast-paced game here. McLaren on the far side, it goes to Dillard. Dillard back to BJ. BJ working inside on the 6-10. Harris can't score, but he drew the foul on Harris. For Harris, the young man out of Charlotte, played at Hopewell High School. Let's get his first foul. And it'll be the 15th foul for the Bobcats from Lees McRae here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk a little more about the Play for K cancer awareness game coming up on Tuesday night, or games, I should say, coming up on Tuesday night. Deputy Athletic Director and Senior Women's Administrator who kind of keys that event, Meredith Long, will join us. She's joined us on our Coach's Corner show back on Tuesday night. She'll be here at halftime. We will replay that interview for you. So McLaren misses a free throw. Substitutions back for the Bobcats. Back in the lineup, Jarek Hayes and Quay Kimball. Also joining him in the lineup, Keith Shelton. So Coach Harden will take Williams out for a breather. Also Michael Harris and Timmy and Jones on the lineup as McLaren makes the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. BJ with 8 now to lead. Chowan scoring 10 for Camille Williams for Lees McRae. This is England out on the right. Man, you got to love that young man's name, London, England. Kimball from downtown Walters Grill is good. Oh, my goodness. Boy, he got all of that jumper. Got an interesting stat for you that kind of unintentionally ran it with prior to this one. Here's Tonke Williams, lost it going up, recovered by Williams. Oh, correction, that's Kimball. Kimball pulls up the dribble, looking to get rid of it, finally gets it over to Hicks. Hicks trying to maneuver against a smaller Thomas. Now takes Jamel inside, lost it, and still loose, but it goes right to Kimball. Kimball turns right, fires another long three. This one's off the back of the iron and hit the suspension wire up front, and that should get us to the third media timeout. I'll give you that little tidbit of news I picked up in between games, and we return here for the after this media timeout. 7:15 is what our clock is paused at here on the either end of the Helm Center floor. It's also showing 7:15 left and 28-21. Lees McRae with the lead.
We change the weather, yeah. I'm feeling heat in December when you found me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain, and baby, you know it's obvious. I'm a sucker for you. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. sucker for you. Yeah. Don't complicate it. Yeah. 'Cause I know you and you know everything about me. I can't remember all of the nights I don't remember when you
28-21, Chowan and short end of things here with 7:15 to go in the first half of the men's action. Chowan ladies won in overtime today, 71-68 to keep their tournament hopes alive. Kent ran into an interesting tidbit in between the games talking to Coach Brett Vincent. We talked about Keith Mr. Jennings, the head coach for the Lees McRae's women. Coach Vincent and Coach Jennings played against each other in college. Here's Kelly inside, can't score on the easy one. Rebound comes off in the hands of Hicks for Lees McRae. Coach Vincent didn't realize it was Keith prior to the game. Certainly went over and had a nice chat with him when he came out. Harvey dials up a long one deep in the corner, no good. Lewis is going to grab it off the glass for Chowan. He's going to get fouled maneuvering out of traffic. Foul's going to be on Jarek Hayes, I believe. Or is it going to be on England? It's going to be on England. London, England. What a name. 16 fouls now, and England's first foul of the afternoon. Chowan has one home game left. We'll talk about it here at halftime with Murder Long. Let's get Limestone in here on Tuesday, conclude the regular season. Here's Jamal Thomas down the lane, splits a couple, and the defender's layups up and good. Nice move by the 5'11 junior out of Illinois for the Hawks to cut the deficit down to 5. Here's Kimball working through traffic. Pull-up jumper 15 feet is good. Man, Kimball can score the basketball. Man, is he good. Hawks held him to just 18 in the first outing between these two. And here's a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be on Harvey on the reach-in. Jarek Harvey's second foul. Harvey had 36 in that win over North Greenville on Wednesday evening. So Chowan's going to go to the line because that's a 7th foul against Chowan. 1-and-1 opportunity coming for Jamal Thomas. And he'll earn the second one by winning the first. By making the first, I should say. Second was on its way, and this one's good as also. Jamal Thomas, a little individual 4-point run for the Hawks. As Dillard will get back in the lineup, replacing Isaiah Lewis. Lewis gave Chowan some good minutes. Chowan's got to find a way to slow down Kimball and Williams in his backcourt. One thing, the way to keep Williams to slow down and keep him on the bench like he is right now. Here's Harvey cutting in the lane. He lost the basketball going up, but he did so because he was fouled underneath by Chowan's Jamal Thomas, his second. And a 14 foul for Chowan in his first half. Like I said, a pretty good crowd in the building for this second of 2 today. Harvey at the line. Free throw rattles home for Harvey, who's an 85% free throw shooter, which is 7th best in the league. He began today 64 for 75. Young man who he's playing at his 3rd college team. He began at Cape Fear Community College, then went to Garner Webb before coming here. As Harvey's got his first 2 points of the afternoon. Camille Williams back in the lineup, replacing Harvey. And Coach Steve Harden's lineup, which Harden picked up his 100th career win on Wednesday night in that win over North Greenville. Dillard to Thomas, Chowan working on the perimeter here. Down 7. Off it goes to Dillard. In the corner to Ridges. He'll arch up a 3 deep corner. No good. Nothing but gray shirts underneath. And Garner's going to snatch it down. A correction, Shelton. He'll get it to Hicks coming back the other way. Off to Williams. Williams has had a hot hand here early with 10. Off to Kimball here on the near side. Kimball and Williams, no doubt the best shooting backcourt in this league. And unfortunately, Kimball's just a junior. As Kimball will take it to the rack. A high arching kiss off the glass is good for 2. Oh, my goodness. 10 points for Kimball, 10 for Williams. Those two make up, like I said, the best backcourt in the league offensively. Biggest lead now of the day here for Lees McRae. They lead it by 9, 34-29 as we head towards the 5-minute mark of the first half. Thomas left open. He'll shoot the 3 and it's off the mark. Long rebound comes off to Camille Williams. Williams maneuvering front court. That's traffic clear. Step back, shoot the 3. Got it. Camille Williams out of West Palm Beach, Florida's got 13, and Lees McRae is threatening to run Chowan out of the building with 4:54 to go in his first half. Chowan trails here 37-25. Back for more to the Helm Center after this short timeout as you listen and watch on GoCUHawks.com.
You got me some type of way. Ain't used to feeling this way. I do not know what to say, yeah. But I know I shouldn't think about it. So one look at your face. Now I wanna know how you taste. Usually don't give it away, yeah. But you know I'm already thinking about it. Then I realize she's right there. And I'm at home like, damn, this ain't fair. Break up with your girlfriend, yeah, 'cause I'm bored. You can hit it in the morning, yeah, like it's yours. I know it ain't right, but I don't care. Break up with your girlfriend, yeah, 'cause I'm bored. This shit always happened to me. Why can't we just play for keeps? Practically on my knees, yeah. But I know I shouldn't think about it. You know what you're doing to me.
Hawks got themselves in a little trouble with 4:50 to go in the first half. Down 37-25 to a hot shooting Lees McRae team is now up to 48.4%. Chowan shooting 40.9 of 9 of 22. Here's Dillard, who had a hot hand on Wednesday night and having trouble getting shots off today. Here's McLaren well out of the way from the basket. Short jumper, 15 foot, went in, came out. Keller's there for the follow, scored, and got fouled. Guilty party. It's going to be on Andrew Gardner, who's working alongside Wes Morgan down in the low block, the 6'6" sophomore from Charlotte, who's just got in the lineup. Transfer from North Florida. Kelly's at the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Mike with 6 on the afternoon. And make it 7. Exactly what you need out of the timeout for Chowan. Now they need some stops defensively. So we played a final 4:21 of this first half. Kimball right between the rings over to Williams. Williams gave it to Garner on the little give and go, and he laid it up and in. Garner just wiggled his way around Michael Kelly for his third field goal of the first half. 11-point lead for the visiting Bobcats, who have never won against Chowan in basketball since both teams have been 4 years. Just a fourth meeting between the two schools. Here's McLaren, gives it to Kelly, back door. Kelly had his shot blocked away by Shelton, recovered by Garner. When Mike put it on the floor is when it hurt. Wes Morgan, a 3 deep right corner is good by the young man from out of Florida. Wes Morgan dials up the 3 ball, just his 14th of the year and 47 attempts. And now the biggest lead of the first half for Lees McRae of 14. Thomas with it down on the left, lost the basketball and still fight for it. And he gave it away to Ridges going to the floor to retrieve it. Here's BJ going inside, one-hander off the glass, no good. And we got a foul underneath, and let's see who it's going to be on. It's going to be on Gardner. That's going to be on Chowan with the push-off. I think we're going back the other way. I think the foul is going to be on Mike Kelly for the push. So Mike is the second and the team 5th. As he pushed Gardner away from the basket. And that'll get us to the final media timeout of the half. It's been all Lees McRae in this first half, 3:19 to go in the half. And the Bobcats will have the basketball out of the break. They lead it here at Chowan, 42-28. You're listening and watching on GoCUHawks.com.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. She'll make you curse, but she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt, within a second you'll be coming back for second. With your play, you just can't help it. You'll play along, let her lead you on. You'll be saying no, then saying yes, 'cause you're messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind.
McRae with a hot first half, leading here at Chowan with 3:16 to go in the half. 42-28. You come front court trying to add to it. The two key players in this first half, Williams and Kimball, with a combined 23. Here's Kimball back out front to Garner, who's had a solid first half as well. Lost the basketball. Jamel Thomas with the pick. Just a second turnover in the first half. Here's Dillard to run it back the other way. No good. They fight for the rebound underneath. McLaren's got it, sticks it back in. BJ with the offensive board and a putback. He's got 10. So McLaren trying to get to the double-double field again. He's at 13 double-double games this season. And he's closing in. He's got the points taken care of. And I think he's got 8 rebounds thus far. Williams with it out on the right. 12-point lead, leads McRae. Williams from 12 feet, no good. One hand in the rebound is going to be McLaren. BJ, that's his 9th rebound per the official stats. Thomas trying to get it inside to McLaren. That's knocked out of bounds by Gardner. Thomas tried to get it to McLaren on the look away, and Gardner was able to recover and knock it out of bounds. Clock paused with 2:17 to go in the half. Out front it comes to McLaren. McLaren trying to dribble against pressure from Shelton. He lost the basketball, recovers as Kimball got in the mix, trying to help Shelton on the double team. Here's Ridges. He'll arch up a 3. Deep left corner's good. Hawks need to get Khalil going. He's got his first bucket of the night. He had 9 points and 10 boards down at Leeds McRae. Here's Shelton working inside. Reverse layup's no good. McLaren's got his 10th rebound of the game. So he's got another double-double, his 14th of the year. Take Williams, deep corner. Caught in the double team. Has to get rid of it. Spots Ridges underneath. Back out comes to Thomas. Wide open 3 for Jamal is no good. Nothing but gray shirts underneath. It's tipped out to Jamil Williams. Williams working through traffic up front. Gives it away to Kimball with 90 seconds to go in the half. 43-33, and Steve Harden wants a timeout on the Leeds McRae bench. As he wants to, his team who's had a really good first half to close it out here on the high note. A lot of times these final few seconds of a half can make a huge difference in the way games turn out here. Once again, Chowan Lady is the winner opener tonight to keep their tournament chances alive. Hawks will be watching the scoreboard tonight between Erskine and Belmont Abbey. They tip it off at 5:30 today. Other games going on in the league today. North Green was at Mount Olive. North Green will win today. Will eliminate Chowan's chances, win or lose. Because North Green will beat Chowan twice during the regular season. They got a 1-game lead in the win column over the Hawks. North Greenville closes with King on Tuesday. Chowan closes with Limestone here on Tuesday. Timmy and Wade Jones back in the lineup. He's got the basketball out to Kimball. Dillard closes on Kimball quickly. Kimball dribbles away from pressure. Gives it to the breaking England coming inside. Stolen away by McLaren. Third turnover now for Leeds McRae in the half, but Leeds McRae steals it right back. England with a nice move to steal it back. Correction, that's Hicks. Anthony Hicks. Hicks maneuvering inside. Lost the basketball. Recovered by Dillard. It's a little turnover fest in this last 90 seconds. Here's Lewis, who's in the lineup for Chowan with the basketball with 42 seconds to go. Getting pressure by Kimbrell on the right wing. Lewis trying to go inside. Caught in the double team. Back out to B.J. McLaren. He'll fire up the 3-ball. Good for B.J. McLaren. McLaren's got 13 to go along with his 10 rebounds in the first half, and he pulls the Hawks within 6. If they can get the final defensive stop, but it'll be a big momentum swing after being down 14 a few moments ago. Kimball work against pressure from Dillard right in front of a standing Brett Vincent in front of the Chowan bench. Kimball with 10, 9. Now he'll try to go to his left. Now comes back right, trying to bounce it inside, and it's off the leg of Mikael Harris, and it'll give it to Chowan with 2.9 seconds to go. Boy, you knew Kimball was going to shoot it and trying to split the double team and bounce it right to Harris, and he kind of threw it off his knee. Here's Tonke, lets it go from about 60 feet, and it's no good. We'll end the half. Nice little run by the Hawks after going down 14. They head to the locker room, down 6 yet to break, 42-36. We'll take a brief timeout, come back and look at the numbers from the first half and chat with Meredith Long about the upcoming Play for K game that will be here on Tuesday night. That and more when we return here to the Helm Center at the break. Leeds McRae in a men's action leads Chowan 42-36. You're listening and watching on GoCuHawks.com.
Every day I wake and everything is broken. Turning off my phone just to get out of bed. Get home every evening and history's repeating. Turning off my phone 'cause it's hurting my chest. Yeah, and heaven knows I'm not helpless. Yeah, but what can I do? I can't see the use in me crying if I'm not even trying to make the change I wanna see. I can't sit and hope, I can't just sit and pray that I can find the love when all I see is pain. Falling to my knees, and though I do believe, I can't just breathe, baby, breathe. I can't just breathe, baby, breathe. All I hear is voices, everybody's talking. Nothing real is happening 'cause nothing is new. Now when all is tragic and I just feel sedated, why do I feel numb? Is that all I can do? Yeah, and heaven knows I'm not helpless. Yeah, but I'm only human. I can't see the use in me crying if I'm not even trying to make the change I wanna see. I can't sit and hope, I can't just sit.
Hawks with a nice run to close the first half as they trail here by 6, 42-36. Got inside you back with you here at courtside. Let's take a look at the numbers. Chowan within 6 despite 10 first half turnovers that turned into 12 Leeds McRae points. Chowan in the first half shoots 13 of 32 for 40.6%. They were only 5 of 13 behind the arc. Leeds McRae got off 3 more shots than Chowan. They were 17 of 35 for 48.6% and 5 for 13 behind the arc as well. Turnover department, Chowan had 10 turnovers. They forced 6 turnovers from Leeds McRae. Rebounding, Chowan has a 1 rebound edge, 19-18 behind B.J. McLaren's 10 rebounds. He had 13 points to go with it. Michael Kelly with 7, 6 for Tonke Williams, 4 for Jamal Thomas, 3 for Khalil Ridges, 2 for Isaiah Lewis, and Jalen Dillard, who's coming off a 38-point performance on Wednesday night, has only 1 point in the first half. The backcourt of Camille Williams and Quay Kim will get it done in the first half here for the Visitors. 13 for Williams, 10 for Kimball, 6 for Andrew Gardner, along with 7 boards inside. He's been big inside for the Bobcats. 4 for Mikael Harris, 3 for Wes Morgan, and 2 each for Keith Shelton and Timian Jones. Dollar and Hicks got time in the first half, but did not score, as did London England. Well, Chowan's got a big night coming up here on Tuesday night here at the Helm Center, as Chowan will play host for the annual Play for K game for cancer awareness. And Meredith Long, he's kind of spearheaded that event for so many years here at Chowan. Join us on our Coach's Corner show back on Thursday night to talk about the 2020 and the 11th annual version of Play for K. Here is Meredith Long.
Here at Chowan's 11th annual Play for K Cancer Awareness basketball games on Tuesday, February 25th, as Limestone travels here from Gaffney, South Carolina, in the Conference Carolinas matchup to take on our Hawks. And And the lady who's been behind the Play for K games for 11 years now is our Deputy Athletic Director and Senior Women's Administrator, Meredith Long. She joined us here today to talk about it. Meredith, always good to have you here on the show.
Thanks, Gaddis. I enjoy coming and talking to you anytime.
Yeah. This event has been really good to Chowan, and Chowan's been really good to Play for K. I know you're proud of what this event's done here at this university.
Well, it's a concept that started 11 seasons ago as just our teams that were coming to the gym to play that night to wear pink and, in solidarity with some of the big Division I schools coaches going through breast cancer. And it has developed into this huge, I wouldn't say huge, but a community engagement event that we host, and we enjoy hosting it. And it is a very special night here at the Helm Center. And it's not just about basketball. Basketball is a huge part of it, of course, but there's so many things that go on around the games that we really have enjoyed watching the growth over the past 10 seasons. And we hope this 11th year is going to be no different.
You have passion for athletics and passion really for anything that you do, but you really seem to have a special spot in your heart for this event.
I do. Of course, I'm no different than most everybody that walks this planet. My family has been touched with cancer. I have close friends that who've been touched. Families have been touched with cancer. My father's a prostate cancer survivor. My stepmother's a breast cancer survivor. You go down the list. Everybody somewhere has a friend, a family member who has either passed away or is fighting it. So we are all survivors. We are all supporters. We're all caregivers. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because this vicious disease touches everybody. And until we find a cure, everybody should be passionate about it.
There's a lot of things that go along with this event, and we'll get to them here in this interview, but the halftime Survivors Walk is special. You and I were talking prior to this interview. I moved my courtside location up to the second deck now for video purposes, but that's the one thing I really miss, because that Survivor Walk, they walk by me doing that long song, and I really like the way the Chowan students come out and make those people feel honored. You can see the smiles on their faces, you can see the tears of joy, and certainly a lot of emotion in that walk. That's a really special deal.
Yeah, the Survivors Walk is just a great opportunity for those that are either caregivers or you hear stories, because after that Survivors Walk, they get to walk through a tunnel. The survivors and caregivers get to walk through a tunnel of student athletes who are cheering them on, and they get to the end of their laps, and they get the microphone, and they get to talk about their cancer story, and you hear personal accounts of some women who have survived 3 different cancers, and they're still there to talk about it, or some gentlemen who survived prostate cancer, and others who have survived blood cancer, and those who've had friends pass away or their mother passed away. And so you really get enveloped into their story. It becomes so personal. It's an intimate setting. You get to talk to the audience, and hearing the stories, it's just, you think you have problems, but when you're fighting cancer, those are real problems. If you're taking care of your family member who's got cancer, those are real problems. Mm-hmm. And you get all that, you feel all those things, and how can you not get emotional and passionate about helping fight those things? How can you not? It's just it's very close to me in my heart, and I hope we can continue this, and it'll be sustainable for years to come.
In the past, it's been all about pink, wearing pink, mm-hmm. because it started with KO, and of course you dealt with the breast cancer, and that's where it came from. Mm-hmm. But last year they changed the color scheme a little bit, and now it's Hope Comes in All Colors. Kind of explain that to our listeners.
Well, that's kind of like that was kind of my idea, and we're doing part 2 this year, and we've all bought into it, because cancer is not exclusive to just breast cancer. And if we're going to raise money, why not raise money to an awareness for all the cancers out there? And every cancer deserves recognition, because they're all deadly, they're all vicious, they're all, all the people that have these different kinds of cancers are in it to, in a battle of their life. And so we figured we would honor all those cancers, and it worked out great last year. And so we decided to do it again this year because hope does come in all colors. And we really are not going away from our Play for K foundations because half the money, if we raise any money that night, will go to the Play for K Jimmy V Cancer Foundation. But also the other half will go to our athletic department, Relay for Life. And, you know, Relay for Life is a huge cancer organization that raises money that benefits cancer fighters and survivors and patients around our community. And so it's dollars going back to our community. And I think that's important. And any engagement that we do here at Chowan is that we engage the community and we help and we put back into the community that supports us. And the Play for K dollars, while it's a nationwide effort and it does help, we want to walk the line between helping both entities.
Speaking of Relay for Life, Chowan hosts it every year on campus, and you've reached out to the director of Hertford County Gates Relay for Life as your commemorative ball tosser this time.
Yes, and every year the commemorative ball tosser just kind of comes around, floats around. Sometimes it's an idea in my head. Sometimes it's is something somebody else may bring to me. But last year, the Relay for Life, because of weather and some other conflicting dates, didn't have as good a support as from the community as far as attendance. So I'm hoping that LaDonna can come and she gets to promote Relay for Life on our campus, which is April 17th. And her experiences with cancer, you know, her stories will help get people out to the event in April, and she can use this as a platform for that. And, you know, she's a survivor just like, you know, so many people that would be hopefully there that night.
Kind of give us a rundown. I know you have a photo booth, face painting, free pizza, free admission. Kind of give us a rundown of what people can expect when they come on Tuesday.
Right. So if you wear any kind of color that's representative of a cancer that's close to your heart, something that you're, you know, there's different colors represent different cancers, whether it's a ribbon, a T-shirt color, you get into the games for free. That saves you $11 if you're general admission, and we will have all sorts of things going on in the lobby, from a nail salon to silent auctions to face painting and photo booths, and we'll have in-game contests and promos for kids and students and for the community. It's a lot of fun. We try to make it fun and entertaining for those that are going to be there in attendance, and on top of that, you get to see some basketball, some good basketball.
And we throw in senior night to go along with that as well.
Senior night too. We have Mariah Coker on the women's side, and then 2 or 3 guys on the men's side. And this event will span through both the women's game at 5:30 and the men's game, which starts around 7:30 whenever we get that started. But you know, we have a hard time getting people to the games at tip-off at 5:30. You know, people are getting off work and getting kids and getting dinner. And, you know, one thing is if you come to the event, you get in for free if you wear a cancer color. And you know, we'll have pizza there for you and your group. So you don't have to worry about dinner. Just come straight from work to the games and be a part of the Survivors Walk at halftime.
Campus groups, church groups, any organizational groups, how can they get in touch with you and kind of secure a spot?
They can email me at longm@chowan.edu. They can go to our website at gocuhawks.com and go to the staff directory, and you can find my office number and my email address. Contact me however you can, and I'll reserve you a section, put signs up, get you pizza, and come and have a good time.
Yeah. Thanks so much for your time. Looking forward to Tuesday night, Murph.
Thank you, Gaddis. I appreciate your time letting me promote this event for our community here, and we appreciate all you do.
We've been teasing a big Valentine's Day.
That was
coming up next week here at Chowan's 11th annual Play for K.
That's why I try to get all my interviews cut on. We'll take one final break and come back and start the second half. Chowan, a little work to do. They trail here at Lees McRae, 42-36. We're back to tell you more about the second half and a little more about Play for K when we return here to the Helm Center at the break here. Chowan down by 6.
Yeah, todos están pendientes a ti. pero tú puesta pa' mí, haciendo que me odien más, porque todos te quieren probar. Lo que no saben es que no te dejas llevar de cualquiera, y todos te quieren probar. Lo que no saben es que hoy yo te voy a buscar. Dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía. Tú misma lo decías cuando yo te lo hacía. Dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía. Tú misma lo decías cuando yo te lo hacía. Bebé, yo soy fan de tu caminar. Te doy todo lo mío hasta mi respirar. Contigo veo todo como en espiral. Quiero tirarnos fotos y que se hagan viral. Tus ojos me concentran como adelar. Contigo me sube de lo veral. Te toco y hasta el mundo deja de ir. Ahora nosotros ni la muerte nos va a separar. Bebé, yo soy tuyo nada más.
Back here to action to start the second half. Lees McRae with the basketball. Here's Williams with it out front. Stolen away by Bridges on a pass to Harvey back the other way. Khalil will add up and in. Chowan is pulled within 4 now. 42-38 on Bridges. Is steal and layup back the other way to start the second half. Hawks been down by as many as 14 tonight. Let's see if they can make it work here in the second half. And Jamil Williams, who threw that pass that was stolen away, missed the jumper on the near side. We got a foul underneath coming against Keith Shelton for the Bobcats, his first and the team first of the second half. And so Hawks will come front court with a chance to get a little closer here early in the second half. In front of a pretty decent crowd here at the Helm Center. They'll have one final time to see the Chowan teams. That's come up Tuesday night. You heard Meredith Long talk about it at halftime. Here's Thomas working around with a pick from Kelly in the corner to Ridges for three. Khalil can't get it to go. They fight for the rebound. Saved by Kimberly. Got away to Harvey. Harvey pushes to Williams on the left side. Williams to Garner in the corner. Garner trying to go in against the smaller Ridges along the baseline. Turns around, shoots a 10-footer, no good. McLaurin's got his 11th rebound of the afternoon for the Hawks. To Thomas across the timeline. Walks right in the middle of that Hawk and the painter on the center of the Bombert court here at Chowan. Back to Kelly. Kelly can shoot it from the three-ball land, but hasn't shot it much from there this season. Here's Ridges underneath. Pass it over to Thomas. Thomas on the wing. Pulls up 15 feet. Good. Jamal Thomas. 6 foot small, and Hawks have cut the deficit down to 2. It's once at 14. 42-40. Kimball working out between the rings. Gets a nice pick from Shelton, but Kelly does a good job to slide away and cut him off. Now to Garner. Inside it goes to Shelton. He'll turn and score. Ran B.J. McLaurin. Good high-low pass at time from Garner to his fellow big down on the low block in Shelton. 44-40. Chowan trailing here at home. 17:49 to go in this one. Here's Dillard going inside, gave it away to Kelly. His running layup is good. Michael Kelly with a left-handed layup. Mike's got 9. First basket here in this second half. Chowan back within the deuce at 44-42. Here's Harvey trying to maneuver out front once again. Michael Kelly has to come over and cut him off. Harvey to the rack, no good. McLaurin snares down the rebound right in front of a hustling Harvey who tried to take it away from him. To Dillard. Dillard steps back on the left wing, pulls up just inside the arc, short. Rebounded by Kelly on the offensive glass, back to Dillard for 3 in the lead. Got it! Jalen Dillard's first 3 of the day, and Chowan's got a 45-44 lead, the first lead of the second half. First time they've led in quite some time. It's 17:03 to go in this one. Kimball banks it away inside, knocked away by the Dillard. They get Jalen with the foul underneath. Fisher underneath said Jalen got a little piece of the arm of Garner and trying to pick up the steal for Dillard. His first foul on the team first of the second half. Here's Mikhail Harris getting in lineup for Garner. Also getting in the lineup is going to be London England for North Greenville. Guy who we haven't seen today, I'm not sure he made the trip, is here's Harvey going inside. The runner's no good. Ridges had it and is going to save it right on the end line. As we'll get to it here momentarily. Here's Kelly going inside, splits a couple of defenders, lays it up, wouldn't go, but drew the foul. Boy, it rolled all around for Mike, who made a terrific move on the 6'10 Harris. And drew the foul on Harris, his second in the team second.
Mike Kelly shooting 2 shots.
I had a thought on my mind. I lost the thought I was getting ready to talk about here. Here's Kelly at the line trying to push the Chowan lead. It currently stands at 1, make it 2 on Kelly's 10th point of the night. Chowan trying to keep their chances alive. Kelly can't make the second free throw, but rebound comes off to Dillard, who nails a 3 on the deep right side. If Dillard gets the feeling it, watch out, and Jalen's giving Chowan a 49-44 lead. And Coach Hardin wants a timeout here. It's a full timeout. His team's facing their biggest deficit today of 45-44. We'll take a break here with 16:41 to go. Hawks have eased down in front, 49-44. Back for more after this short timeout.
See the way you're taking care of your mama, the way you're taking care of me, the way you light up any room, girl, you're what this world should be. Tomorrow, tonight, the rest of my life, I wanna be the man you want me to be. So starting right now, girl, tell me everything you need. I just wanna wake up every day here in this bed. Never leave, I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just wanna be good as you.
We go to the Conference Carolina scoreboard real quickly before we get back to action. Chowan needing some help from Mount Olive and not getting a whole lot from it. The Trojans lead North Greenville with 11:13 left to go down to Mount Olive. 59-57. North Greenville wins that game, and they have a lock on the 8th place spot regardless of what Chowan does today. Also, Southern Wesleyan trying to end Barton's winning streak that currently stands at 5, leads the Bulldogs in Wilson with 15:07 to go, 45-38. Here's Williams, loses the basketball, turns around, recovers, gets it off to Kimball. Chowan's starting to get a little heated here in the second half, shooting the basketball. Here's a runner to the lane. It's up and in on a nice move by Sidney Dollar, young man who was injured in that first half. Good to see him back on the floor, but he's not good to Chowan when he comes back out. Laying it up and in. Here's Chowan inside. McLaren dribbles it back out, lays it up, no good. Tipped up and in by Michael Kelly. Kelly with the tip in the basket. 5 here in the second half for Michael. 51-46, and just under 16 minutes to go here at Chowan. Here's Harvey spinning inside. We got a whistle underneath. Might be on Khalil Ridges, as he was defending Harvey down the low block, and it will be on the Sanford, North Carolina freshman, and that'll get us to the first media timeout of the second half. It comes at the 15:52 mark with Chowan out in front, 51-46. Back for more after this short timeout. You're listening, watching, and on Chowan's GoCUHawks.com.
What you thinking? You think that you could be better off with somebody new? No, baby, no. You say you're leaving, well, if you wanna leave, there ain't nobody stopping you. No, baby, no. I won't beg for your love, won't say please. I won't fall to the ground on my knees. You know I've given this everything, baby, honestly. Baby, honestly, I lie for you, baby, die for you, baby, cry for you, baby, but tell me what you've done for me. For you, baby, only you, baby, the things I do, baby, but tell me what you've done for me.
I never cheated, deleted everyone, 'cause
Eric Harvey back at the line. If we get back to live action here at Chowan, Harvey's free throw is good. He's trying to get to that thought that was getting ready to bring to you just a few moments ago, but couldn't do so. Here's Harvey's free throw, and the second one is no good after making the first. Rebound off to you-know-who, Mr. McLaren, the rebounding machine, who now has 13 boards on the night, go along with his 13 points. 14th double-double of the year for the freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Thomas moving to the center of the floor. He'll go right down the lane and lay it up and in and score. How good has Jamel Thomas gotten as this year has gone by? That'll get Wes Morgan off the bench here for Coach Harden. Also, Hicks coming in. Here's a missed shot, rebounded by McLaren for Chowan. McLaren's just going to dribble his way out of traffic. He'll whip it inside to Dillard, who's wide open, and he's glazed it up and in. What a pass from the freshman. 55-47, 8-point lead for Chowan. Kimball, who's at a quiet second half, working in the corner, gets pressure from Dillard. Now he'll try to go inside on Dillard. Reverse layup is no good. Kelly had it knocked out of his hands by Dollar, and it'll belong to Chowan. That was some pass by the freshman McLaren. Oh, my goodness, to the wide-open Dillard. Usually it's the guard to the big guy, but not on that possession. Thomas working against pressure from Kimball in the backcourt. Hawks leading 55-47. Here's our stats that kind of stalled on the computer. Here's Dillard out on the right, gets it inside to McLaren. McLaren working inside on Hicks. Short jumper, rolls around, no good. Keller's got another offensive rebound and tries to throw it off the leg of Dollar and hit the inbounds with it. So that'll give it back to Lees McRae, down by 8. So we just gone inside of 15 minutes ago, and this from Chowan. Hawks will conclude the season here on Tuesday against regular season against Limestone. As Lees McRae will do likewise down at Emmanuel. As Hicks scores on the inside here for Lees McRae, his first field goal of the afternoon, cuts the deficit at 6 for the Bobcats, who made the long trip from Banner Elk, North Carolina today. Here's Ridges to the rack. He'll lay it up and in. Khalil Ridges with 7. Saw a nice open along the baseline, took it right to the rack and scored. And back off to Kimball. Far side it goes to Harvey. Harvey going inside against Ridges, and Harvey's going to get called for the personal on the floor. And it's 3 fouls now on Ridges. And they said what Coach Brett Vincent elects to do is Tonke Williams will give McLaren a break here. PJ comes to the bench with 13 points and 14 boards. Here's Isaiah Lewis getting ready to come into Chowan lineup, placing Ridges. Ridges having a tough time trying to defend against a very physical Harvey, who, like I said, was a Division I transfer from Garner-Webb over to Coach Harden's Lees McRae team. Harvey is senior. And here's Harvey with a run inside, won't go. A little volleyball action inside. It's going to be tipped out to Kimball in the first 20 seconds for the Bobcats, who declared it all gray today, trimmed in green and gold. A lot of people who are former junior college fans and student athletes of Chowan remember a lot about Lees McRae from the junior college days, and they get Lewis for the reach in. So Lewis going to get whistled for the personal foul on the reach in, his first, and that's 14 fouls now on Chowan in the second half. And is this going to be a shooting foul? As Hicks is going to be at the line, the 6'5" sophomore from out of Winston-Salem going to toe the line for the Bobcats. Free throw for Hicks is no good. Hicks on the season just 56%. On the day now, he is 0 for 3 from the stripe. And Hicks makes his first of the day. He's got 3 now on the day, 3 points that is, and cuts the deficit for the Bobcats to 7. Here's Thomas working against Kimball's pressure in the backcourt, getting it across the timeline. So he works on the near side, and Kimball and Thomas collide as Thomas is trying to go to his right. Kimball trying to get in front of him to draw the charge. Just gets whistled for his second person and third team foul in his half for the Bobcats. Interesting note, like I said, it picked up between games. Keith Jennings, the head coach here for the Lees McRae women, who played at East Tennessee State and later played in the NBA, played against Coach Brett Vincent in college. Here's Thomas inside. He gets bumped from Kendall from behind. And for Kendall, it's foul number 3. Kimball, who had 10 in the first half, has not scored in the second half. So he's going to get Tim and Jones off the bench for Steve Harden and get in the lineup here, replacing Kimball. As Jamal Thomas is going to go to the line and shoot a pair of free throws here as he was in the act of shooting, doing the foul. But Coach Vincent not realizing Keith was the head coach of the Lees McRae ladies. As Thomas misses the free throw, he said, "Not Mr. Jennings." I said, "Yes, Mr. Jennings." And those two had a nice chat when Coach Vincent came out. And Coach Vincent immediately went to him, and these guys had a nice chat. Former guys playing against each other during their college days. Coach Vincent at Marshall and Coach Jennings at East Tennessee State. As Thomas makes the back end of the two-shot opportunity. Chowan with an 8-point lead now. Here's Hicks with it on the left wing to run the little alley-oop to Dollar. He'll slam it home. Nice little pass from the two big guys, Hicks to Dollar. Dollar's second field goal of the second half. The freshman from out of Denver, North Carolina. Played at the same high school that Destiny Jones played at. Young lady who had 31 in the first game here for Lees McRae before fouling out at East Lincoln High School out in Lincolnton. And here's Dillard trying to work through the double team, and it's a jump ball, says the official. Coach Harden thought it should have been a travel, and the entire Lees McRae bench came up. They thought it was a travel. Here's B.J. McLaurin back in the lineup, giving Michael Kelly a certainly needed rest. He'll join Lewis, Tonke Williams, Jamel Thomas, and Dillard in the Chowan lineup. Will B.J. McLaurin. B.J. with 13 points, 14 boards to lead away for Chowan. 10 for Kimball and 13 for Jamal Williams in the second half. Dillard to jump in the lane, no good. He hit the deck, but no call coming. Rebounded underneath by Anthony Hicks for Lees McRae. Seal maneuver front court off to Jones. Jones pull-up jumper over Lewis is good. Timmy and Jones, a freshman out of Richmond, Virginia, who played his high school basketball up at Fort Keenan, drills it from straight on, his first three ball of the day. He came in shooting 34% beyond the arc. Like a lot of these Lees McRae guards, they can really shoot it beyond the arc. Here's Thomas caught inside the double team, back out to Lewis, to Dillard. Dillard goes inside a Dollar, and a reach-in foul coming here on Dollar. And that should get us to the under 12 timeout, and it will. For Dollar, it's foul number 1, and that's the 15th foul for Lees McRae in the second half. Our under 12 timeout comes at the 11:50 mark, and it shows Chowan with a 58-55 lead. And you're listening to it and watching on GoCUHawks.com.
Found you when your heart was broke. I filled your cup until it overflowed. Took it so far to keep you close. I was afraid to leave you on your own. I said I'd catch you if you fall, and if they laugh and more. And then I'd dash you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you could take advantage of me. Tell me how's it feel, sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there, game in the sky. Does it ever get lonely, thinking you could live without me, thinking you could live without me? Maybe I'm the one who put you up there, I don't know why. Thinking you could live without me, live without me. Maybe I'm the one who put you up there, I don't know why.
Jalen Dillard to the line after the timeout. Jalen a quiet first half and misses the free throw here. He's got 8 here in the second half, trying to reach double digits. 11 points, and these two teams met back in January. He's got 10 now. He makes the back end of the two-shot opportunity. Chowan's lead now stands at 4. As we've got 11:44 left to go here in the barrel. Here's Harvey going inside. He'll kick it back out to Jones. Jones working in place of Kimball's on the bench with 3 fouls. Into Dollar, back out to Harvey. Harvey cutting in the lane. The runner is no good. Tapped around. McLaren tapped it to himself, but it's out of bounds off Kelly's hands. So it still will be Bobcats basketball underneath their own bucket. When I think about Lees McRae back in the junior college days, I remember the football teams dressed just like the Green Bay Packers. Kelly green and gold pants. And I can remember them coming to Chowan numerous times. And here's a push off here on the left by Anthony Harris. Anthony Harris used his left arm to clear out some space for himself and drew the foul against Dillard. Fouled Dillard, I should say. That'll get Chowan the basketball back. Anthony the offensive foul. But I can remember vividly Lees McRae looking to make the Green Bay Packers in my younger days when I come watch junior college football here at Chowan. Some glory days on the football and the basketball, I can tell you that. Kelly out front. Dumps it over to Ridges, who's back in the lineup. His three ball is no good. Fight for the long rebound, comes off to Dollar. He gets it inside to Harvey, and Ridges backs off and lets Harvey score. So Harvey's going to start to pick up the pace here. Young man coming off a 36-point performance against North Greenville last week. And the ball's knocked out of bounds on the attempted pass to Thomas by Harvey. It'll still belong to Chowan underneath their own basket. Hawks, what was once a 10-point lead, now down to 2. Inbounds pass comes to McLaren. Over to Thomas. Thomas steps back, shoots to 3. Got it. Jamal Thomas is in double digits with 12. So Chowan with 4 players in double digits now, led by McLaren with 13. 12 each for Kelly and Thomas and 10 for Dillard. Pass over in the corner, 3 ball, trying to answer back the other way. Release McRae is no good out of the hands of London England, but put back up and in by Anthony Harris, and he got fouled on the play. Chowan's whistle goes against Jamal Thomas, his 3rd. So Thomas and Ridge is now with 3 fouls each. For Chowan, Kimball has 3 on the bench for Lees McRae. And Anthony Harris has been pretty active. Can't score to finish up the 3-point play. 5 now for Harris, the sophomore from out of Winston-Salem. 16 when these two teams played early this year. He's coming off a 10-point effort against North Greenville on Wednesday. Here's Thomas out front. And we got a foul. Let's see, checking foul coming out front against Timmy and Jones. Both coaches own these officials here. And Steve Harden is getting awful close to getting it here. He is not a happy camper. As he and the official having a pretty animated discussion right in front of the scores table. That's going to put Chowan in the bonus now for this final 10-18. Here's Thomas at the line for the Hawks. And free throw is good, so he'll earn a second. A couple of former coaches' sons going at it here today. Coach Vincent and Coach Harden. And free throw for Thomas, second one's no good. Rebounded by Jones, who will maneuver front court with his Bobcats down 4 as we near the halfway point of the second half. Harvey's had a good second half. Goes in on Thomas. Short jump was good. Kind of bounced on the rim and fell in for Harvey, who's a big physical guard at 6'3", and he is a load to deal with down low. And that's what he's been able to do here in this second half. He has taken nearly as many 3-pointers as Williams and Kimball this season. Here's Ridge is going to travel with it over in the corner. Matter of fact, we hadn't seen much of Jamal Williams in the second half at all. Matter of fact, he's seated on the far end of the bench. His teammates are getting it done. Chowan just turns it over. So here's a chance to tie, even take the lead for the trade with Lees McRae as we just under 10 minutes to go in this one. Jones will try to give Lees McRae the lead. His 3-pointers and air ball got tipped over to Dillard in the corner. Jalen will push it away to Thomas on the far side of the floor, and Cats will back off the pressure as Thomas gets across the timeline with 9:29 left here in Murfreesboro. Chowan with a slim 63-61 lead. Thomas looking to get rid of it, gets it over the corner to Kelly. Kelly behind the back dribble, hands it away to Dillard. He'll arch up a 3-ball, no good. Rebound comes off to Jones. He had got in behind Ridges and got the rebound. Here's Dollar going inside. A correction, that's England. They'll get it over in the corner to Hicks for the lead, and he got it. Anthony Hicks has got all of his 8 points in the second half, and his 4th bucket of the half has given Lees McRae the lead. Now it's 64-63. This clock has just ticked to 8:53 to go here in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. What has been a cold day in the cold last 3 days here in northeastern North Carolina. Thomas to the rack, scores. Jamal's got 15. His season high is 21. Quickly back the other way. This fast pace kind of favors the way Lees McRae wants to play. Jones inside of Ryan Kelly, and the freshman scores. Timmy Jones had something to say to Michael Kelly after he scored against the big guy. Officials kind of just looked at him and didn't say anything. They will call the taunt a lot of times, but that was certainly a place for it there, but the officials kind of looked the other way. Here's Kelly. He'll take a chance at a three. Went in and came out. Taken down underneath by Lyndon England. England, the 6'4" sophomore from out of Denver, North Carolina. He prepped at Lincoln Charter. Good area for basketball in the Lincolnton area, which is where Denver, North Carolina is located as well. Inside it goes to Dollar. And on the far side, losing the basketball and out of bounds is going to be Anthony Harris. The turnover gets it back to the Hawks. And that'll get us to the under 8 timeout. 66 for Lees McRae, 65 for Chowan. We head down the home stretch with 7:48 to left. Chowan trying to keep their opportunities to play in the conference tournament here in a week or so on check today. They got to get it done. This final 7:48, they trail by 1 here to Lees McRae.
Baby, don't make me spell it out for you. All of the feelings that I got for you can't be explained, but I can try for you. Yeah, baby, don't make me spell it out for you. You keep on asking me the same questions. Why? And second guessing all my intentions. Should know by the way I use my compression that you got the answers to my confessions. It's like I'm powerful with a little bit of tender and emotional sexual bender. Mess me up, yeah, but no one does it better. There's nothing better. That's just the way you make me feel. 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 So good, so good, so good, so real. That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel. You know I love you, so please don't stop it. You got me right here in your jean pocket, right now, laying your body on the shag carpet.
Hawks basketball out of the break. Hawks down a single point here, 66-65 here at home. Chowan's been 6-6 at home this season. Lees McRae 6-5 on the road. Here's Lewis back out front to McLaren. Over to Dillard. Dillard goes baseline. The runner is no good. Tipped up and in by Michael Kelly. Kelly with another offensive glass tip in. Kelly with 14. He gives Chowan the lead back at 67-66. Camille Williams back in the lineup. He's well out away from the basket. He has not scored in his second half. So he works out against McLaren. Over in the corner it goes to Hicks. Now to Williams trying to go inside on BJ. BJ cuts him off nicely. Back to Hicks. He'll dial up the three. No good. Rebounded by Kelly. He had a good block of Kimball, who's back in the lineup. Man, we hadn't seen Williams at all in his second half since the early part of the half. He just got back in with 6:52 to go. Joel Thomas is out of the lineup now as Isaiah Lewis in to replace him. McLaren, top of the key. BJ to the rack. Driving layups, no good. McLaren took a pretty big spill as he got knocked to the deck by Andrew Gardner.
Foul's been charged to number 0.
Oh, it's going to be Anthony Hicks, his third. Pretty good spill here by BJ. He's been kind of quiet here in the scoring effort in the second half. Matter of fact, he has not scored a point this second half, has McLaren. Looking for his first point of the second half is McLaren, who already has secured his 14th double-double of the season today. And free throw is good. Rolled around and fell in for the Fayetteville freshman. Puts the Hawks up 2. Still a lot of time left, 6:42 to go. And McLaren makes both. 15 on the day for the post player for Chowan to go with his 14 boards. Maybe more than 14 boards because our stat box is frozen. Here's Kimball for the tie, short. Long rebound comes off to Dillard, who's near center court. It got tipped out by Kelly and went right by the head of Kimball and went about 10 more feet where Dillard was located, about 2 steps away from the half court line. McLaren's got 15 rebounds and 15 points. As my stat sheet is uploaded here, live stats. Chowan in the second half, shooting 57.1%. Here's Ridges, pull-up jumper, 15 feet, baseline, no good. McLaren had it, lost it, recovered out front by Jones. Jones coming front court. Lewis blocked it away. And it belongs to underneath to the Bobcats. Good job of the freshman Lewis to hustle back and block it away. And Coach Brett Vincent's going to get Jamal Thomas back in the lineup. So he's going to replace Jalen Dillard. This is the one advantage that Coach Vincent has this year he didn't have last year was depth on the bench and able to rest some key guys down the stretch. Ball's looped inside to Garner. Well, Garner well out away from the basket. He'll try his hand at the three, no good. Jamal Thomas has Hicks climb up his back. And for Hicks, if it is Hicks, will be his fourth. So Anthony Hicks has just picked up his fourth foul. He's fouled out of 2 games this year. And Coach Steve Harden will put Sidney Dollar at the scorer's table, as will Wes Morgan get in. Timmy and Jones and Hicks will step out. So here's Jamal Thomas, who had Harris on his hip with the block out underneath, was the recipient of Harris's 4th foul of the afternoon. Had the line to shoot 2 free throws, or 1 and 1, and he can't convert. But guess who's got the rebound? Michael Kelly off to Ridges. Ridges out front, now back to Jamal Thomas. Inside of 6 minutes to go, exactly 5:38. Chowan with a slim 69-66 lead here at home. Been a good one here this afternoon between a couple of old foes. Even though they haven't played much on the Division II level, and Chowan with a rare second-half turnover. That's only the Hawks' second turnover in the second half after recording 10 in the first half. Hawks come in averaging 14 a game. 5th best in the league of taking care of the basketball. Lisa McRae is 10th in the league at 16.1. Here's Kimball telling everybody to get out of his way, but he gets away to Garner. Garner takes McLaren inside. Pushed it up against the freshman. No good. Garner got his own rebound, but has Isaiah Lewis to pick his pocket. Good job by the freshman out of Raleigh with the steal. He'll try to go inside. He cut off nicely by Dollar. Couple North Carolina high school products going against each other. One from the east, one from the west. I guess you can call Raleigh east. We'll call him Isaiah as the eastern guy. Here's Lewis inside. He got it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Lewis is kind of just trying to set up Dollar to go inside. Here's Jalen Dillard quickly back in the lineup. He's going to replace Lewis, I believe. Good minutes here for Isaiah. So Dillard's back in the lineup with 4:44 to go. Chowan still holding a 3-point advantage. Dillard gets into the corner to Thomas. Thomas pull-up jumper over Kimball's an air ball. Went right down in the hands of Garner. And I don't think that's what Chowan was looking for, but it was late in the shot clock. Here's Kimball out with it on the left. He'll step back, fire the 3 ball. It's no good. Long rebound comes off to Ridges. Ridges fight for it. Got it away to McLaren. Who'll set it down on the other end. PJ with a slam sit-down dunk after Ridges got it to him. 71-66, and we got a problem with the shot clock here. As Lise McRae was coming on the run here. Here's London, England getting back in the lineup for Lise McRae. Lise McRae with only 9 turnovers on the day, just 3 in the second half. Here's Kimball going into the lane. Look at his first points, and Jamal Thomas with the check out front is going to pick up the personal. And that's 4 on Jamal Thomas. It comes with 4:10 left. Let's see if Brett Vincent stays with his junior guard out of Illinois. He's had a brilliant game today at the point guard spot. Thomas with 15 points today. Hawks trying to protect a 5-point lead, and Ridges with a steal away from Williams. Williams gets it to Thomas, who will circle the wagons with 4 minutes to go. Hawks trying to keep their tournament hopes alive. They win here today, and North Greenville loses, and Mount Olive will come down to Tuesday night. Here's Thomas. Thomas over to Ridges. Ridges cutting in the lane. Back to Thomas on the left. Thomas fakes up a defender. Back out to Ridges. He'll spot up for the 3. No good. Balls comes down long to Kimball. A lot of long rebounds in this game today because both of these teams have been shooting a lot of 3. Williams with one from over the baseball field is no good. Rebounded by Dollar. He'll get it back out to Kimball. He goes inside on Thomas. Thomas trying to defend and stay away from him to try to keep from picking up the 5th foul. And He can't make it, but none of the England's dad to put it back in for Lees McRae to cut the deficit to 3 for the visiting Bobcats. So we're nearing the 3-minute mark of this second half. Thomas caught in a double team, loops it out to McLaren, top of the key. PJ from 15 feet went in, came out. Dollar with the London England with the rebound for the Bobcats. Ball nearly stolen away by Thomas, but recovered by Kimball. Back to Harvey coming down the lane. He'll go. Ryan Kelly can't score. Michael Kelly's got the rebound. Good defensive effort by the Bronx, New York senior for Chowan. Michael Kelly ought to be getting close to double digits, and Hawks going to throw it away here. Thomas on the bad pass, and Harvey's going to have the easy layup back the other way. So the Chowan Hawks get a good break back the other way, but turn it over going back the other way. And Jamal Thomason talking with the official, and Brett Vincent's well out near the center court to get Thomas over with him. And he has a little word to say to the official. He thought Thomas got fouled as well. That'll be the under 4 timeout, 2:35 to go. Chowan holding a slim 1-point lead, 71-70 over the visiting Bobcats, who will have the basketball after the timeout. Back for more after this short timeout.
Yeah. Todos están pendientes a ti, pero tú puesta pa' mí, haciendo que me odien más, porque todos te quieren probar. Lo que no saben es que no te dejas llevar de cualquiera, y todos te quieren probar. Lo que no saben es que hoy yo te voy a buscar. Dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía, tú misma lo decías cuando yo te lo hacía. Dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía, tú misma lo decías cuando yo te lo hacía. Bebé, yo soy fan de tu caminar, te doy todo lo mío hasta mi respirar. Contigo veo todo como en espiral, quiero tirarnos fotos y que se hagan viral. Tus ojos me concentran como Adelar, contigo me sube de lo veral. Te toco y
Lees McRae trying to improve their chances and move up in his standings for this conference tournament. We've been talking about Chowan's opportunities. It'll be Chowan basketball here. Here's Ridges, and he'll push it away to Thomas, as Thomas will walk front court with it with 2:28 left. Chowan 71, Lees McRae 70. Lees McRae at 10-8. Barton's just ahead of him at 11-8. And Barton's locked up in a tough one with Southern Wesleyan today up in Wilson. Ridges will back it out between the rings. 8 to shoot for the Hawks. They'll bounce it inside on a great pass to Kelly, and he'll lay it up in. Michael Kelly with 16. And the Hawks push the lead back to 3 with 2 minutes exactly to go here in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. It's what has been a snowy last couple of days. Had about 5 inches of snow here. Kimball to tie it up, and he does straight on. Kimball's first bucket of the second half comes with 1:41 left, and we're knotted at 73. Could we have another overtime game in the making here? We had one in a girls' game. Chowan survived 71-68. Thomas inside of McLaren. He's caught in a triple team and draws a foul from Camille Williams underneath. And that's where Camille Williams is just wrong man in the wrong spot. McLaren went up. He had nowhere to come down. And that's where a lot of people don't misunderstand that call. When a player goes up to catch the ball, defender must give him room to come down. A lot of people say, well, I'm standing straight up. Yeah, you were, and you didn't move, but that young man has got to have room to come down. So here's McLaren to shoot 2 free throws here, and the free throw is good by the freshman. He'll give Chowan the lead back at 74-73. 18th point of the day for McLaren. He's got 15 boys to go along with his effort. He had 25 and 17 when these two teams played back in January, and McLaren can make the second. Tipped out by Kelly, but it went right into the hands of Williams, who will maneuver front court with 1:24 left. He goes around Ridges, takes it inside on McLaren, and he got fouled on the way up. Was it Michael Kelly on the reach-in? Let's see. It's going to be whistled on Ridges. It's going to be his 4th. So Ridges and Thomas now playing with 4 fouls. And we got 79 seconds left to go in Murfreesboro. Here's Williams at the line. He's an excellent free throw shooter at 87%. And he makes the first. He's 116 for 133 from the free throw line. That's pretty good work. And he makes both on his first 2 points of the second half to give Lees McRae the lead back with 79 seconds to go. And Lees McRae is going to pressure in the backcourt. Good crowd is assembled here this afternoon. Not many people have left. The building's been a very entertaining game between these two teams. Ridges as it goes through his hands and out of bounds. Chowan has done such a good job taking care of the basketball here in the second half, and they get a turnover here. My goodness. Well, Coach Vincent not real happy with his team here. We've seen Chowan have trouble closing out games this season, and let's see what unfolds here in his final 70 seconds. Lees McRae's got the basketball and a 1-point lead. Kimball working out front against Thomas, who plays with 4 fouls. He'll pull up the dribble, gets it to the high post to England. Back out front it comes to Williams. Williams against Ridges. Ridges once again playing with 4 fouls. Williams will back it back out, 11 to shoot, 51 seconds to play. Here's Williams going to take Ridges inside. Layup's good by Williams. 17 for Williams to lead the Lees McRae scoring. Lees McRae making a little run here at the end. And Chowan will get it front court and call a timeout with 41.8 seconds to go. Williams just a tough guy to defend. I know the point I was trying to get to earlier. One of the guys we talked about in that pregame was Jason Sanchez here, a 6'4 senior who leads his league in shooting, or in three-point shooting at 50.7, second in the league in field goal shooting at 60%. We have not seen him today. We're not sure he made the trip. But he's a vital cog for the Bobcats, who may be on the verge of eliminating Chowan's chances to make the tournament here as they lead at 77-74. As they're making the plays down the stretch, and it's their big guys who have sat most of the second half. Kimball and Williams, who have scored the last 7 points. And that's the thing that I've seen a lot this season in this league is these teams get the ball to their playmakers and their scorers at the end of the game. And something I think that Chowan is building with some of these younger players. But that's what I've kind of seen the difference in maybe what Chowan doesn't have that maybe some of these other teams have. These other teams just have the go-to guys down the stretch, and this is what happened here late. Timian Jones has replaced Williams in the lineup here for Coach Steve Hart as he'll defend against Jamal Thomas on the right, now top of the key. 30 seconds left. Chowan down 3. Thomas working off a pick from McLaren. Back out front to BJ. A 3 to tie. No good. Long rebound comes off to England, and Thomas tried to foul him. They get it to Harvey. Harvey will get fouled by BJ McLaren right at the half court. And Harvey, who comes down holding his midsection, it's not like he wants somebody else to shoot for him because it is an excellent free throw shooter at 85%, but McLaren had no choice but to foul. Or did he hurt his hand? He's hurt his left hand. Let's hope he's going to be okay. Clock stopped with 16.4 seconds to go. Chowan on the short end of a 77-74 score here. Once again, the Chowan ladies kept their playoff hopes alive here today as they defeated Lees McRae 71-68 in overtime. Chowan with a tying career high here today for Mariah Coker with 28 points. She had 20 in the first half, but her shooting beyond the arc today was outstanding. 20 of 6 of 7. She also has now owns the steals record for Chowan is a Division II player career record, as she broke Ranshida Jennings' career record of steals today. Tough loss for Lees McRae. Destiny Johnson with a great effort today. 31 points, a career high for Johnson, a sophomore. He played at the same high school as Sydney Dollar did, a member of the Lees McRae men's team. She had 24 for 31 in the second half. Our final regular season broadcast, or the broadcast of the year, will come Tuesday night. Chowan will be here at the Helm Center. So they will play host to Limestone. It's a 5:30 tip for the ladies, followed by the men. Be play for K. Cancer Awareness Night here at the Helm Center. Always an emotional night when that game is, or that event unfolds, and Chowan does a terrific job hosting here. So here's Harvey. He can make it awful tough for Chowan with 2 free throws here. He's got a 1-and-1 opportunity as he's fouled by McLaren. 85% free throw shooter is Harvey. He'll arch it up and got it. Harvey's had a big second half here. He's kind of willed or kept Lees McRae close in this second half. 78-74. Make it 79-74. Harvey now with 11. 9 in the second half. Chowan got to go and go quickly down 5. Thomas across the timeline. 10 to shoot. Inside to Kelly. The ball bring back to Thomas. Dillard for 3. No good. Long rebound comes off to Harvey. And Harvey just dribble it up. And Lees McRae will win it here 79-74. We'll take a short break. Come back and wrap this one up here from Chowan where the Hawks fall 79-74. You've been listening and watching here at GoCUHawks.com.
Found you when your heart was broke. I filled your cup until it overflowed. Took it so far to keep you close. I was afraid to leave you on your own. I said I'd catch you if you fall. And if they laugh and more. And then I'd got you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you could take advantage of me. Tell me how's it feel, sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there. Name in the sky, does it ever get lonely? Thinking you could live without me. Thinking you could live without me. Maybe I'm the one who put you up there. I don't know why. Thinking you could live without me. Live without me. Maybe I'm the one who put you up there. I don't know why. Gave love about 100 tries, just running from the demons in your mind. Then I took yours and made them mine. I didn't notice cause my love was blind. Said I'd catch you if you fall. And if they laughed at more. And then I got you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you could take advantage of me. Tell me how's it feel, sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there. Name in the sky, does it ever get
Well, the Hawks
lonely?
go without a
Thinking you
field
could
goal in the
live
final 2 minutes and 8
without me.
seconds. While Camille Williams and Quay Kimball, the outstanding backcourt here for Lees McRae, scores 7 consecutive points. And Lees McRae comes from a 10-point deficit in the second half to win here at Chowan, to beat Chowan for the first time ever in basketball in 4 outings, 79-74. Gaddis Hodges back here at courtside. Both of these teams shoot 44%. Chowan at 44.3% on 27 of 61. Both teams had 8 3-pointers. Chowan 8 of 23. Lees McRae 8 of 25. Lees McRae shoots for the game 31 of 69, 44.9%. Couple of key turnovers late in that one. Like we said, Chowan has just had trouble closing games this year, and I think that has a lot to do with the youthfulness of this team. On the glass, Chowan and Lees McRae both with 39 rebounds apiece. Turnover department, Chowan turns it over 14 times, and Lees McRae only 10 times. 4 in the second half for Lees McRae, 4 for Chowan in the second half as well. Tough night here for the Hawks. They don't get it done here, and they see their chances to make Chowan's opportunity to get in the conference championship tournament for the first year in the league will go by the wayside here, is regardless of what North Greenville does from here on out, because North Greenville and Chowan end up being tied at the end. North Greenville beat Chowan head-to-head. Let's give you the individual numbers today. Michael Kelly, B.J. McLaren, 18 points, 15 boards, 14 double-double for B.J. McLaren, 16 points for Michael Kelly, and 9 boards, 15 for Jamel Thomas. 10 for Jalen Dillard. Ridges with 7, 6 for Tonke Williams, and 2 for Isaiah Lewis. So everybody got in the game today for the Hawks. Played but did not, and they all scored. 3 players in double figures for Lee's McRae, led by Camille Williams with 17, 13 for Quay Kimball, 11 for Jarek Hayes. 8 points for Anthony Hicks. He was really big in the second half, as was Timian Jones with 7, 6 for Andrew Gardner, Shelton, Dollar, Harris, all with 4 each, 3 from West Morgan and 2 for England. So everybody that both coaches put in today scored in this basketball game. Unfortunately, for Chowan, it's not enough. They lose here 79-74. Hawks fall to 9-16, but more importantly, 6-13 in league play. Lee's McRae increases their conference mark to 11-8, which ties him currently with Barton, who is playing Southern Wesleyan as we speak. Also, they'll go to 18-9 overall as they beat Chowan for the first time since going to Division II. Chowan now leads this series at 3-1. In our girls' game early tonight, Chowan ladies kept their hopes alive to get in the conference tournament. They defeated Lee's McRae 71-68. Career night here for Mariah Coker with 28 points. But Brianna Copeland, 3-pointer with 13 seconds left, got it to the extra session, and the Hawks get it done in the extra session. So a split of the 2 games today. Chowan men fall 79-74, and Chowan ladies won in overtime 71-68. That's going to wrap up our broadcast here today. We appreciate all the help here on the press box booth or press row we got up top here today, our film crew, and also our stats down below us here to help us get through this. And don't forget, we got a special night coming up here on Tuesday night. It is senior night as well. Michael Kelly, Oogie Pordick, and Tayshawn Young will be celebrated here for the men's side. On the women's side, Mariah Coger's had a great career, Hall of Fame career, I might as well say, here at Chowan. She will be celebrated prior to the game, but it's also the Play for Cancer Awareness Night, the 11th time Chowan's hosted the event. It'd be special, folks. You need to come out and be a part of it. You wear the right colors, you can get in free and get free pizza as well. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast crew here on GoCUHawks.com. The split here in this one today in Conference Carolina's matchup and the final Saturday of the regular season. Chowan men fall 79-74. Chowan ladies get it done 71-68 in overtime. Have a great weekend, everybody. It's Scadicide you've been here. Farewell from the Hawks Den, which is called the Helm Center. Until next time, we'll see you on GoCUHawks.com.